we are going to start new lesson. Lesson is sources of energy. But I request to you again, please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so you will get the information about new videos. This chapter is important for most ofly 1 marks and 2 marks, because in this chapter it is fulfilled with the 1 marks and 2 marks. So we are going to start. First of all, sources of energy. In this chapter we are discuss about the how we are get the sources of energy, how it can be used, and how it can be used for the various purpose. So look at here, the total energy during the physical or chemical process is conserved, means energy conservation law. It is tell that during the physical or chemical process, energy is most important to conserve because it is referred to as a limited quantity. What is the conservation law of energy? The law is total energy of the universe is constant. It is tell that energy cannot be created or energy cannot be destroyed. It is only transform one form to another form, so it will be constant. We are used various form of energy. For example, diesel for trains and vehicles, electricity for various instruments and machines, muscular energy for cycle. We are also known that various types of energy we are using in daily life. Diesel, petrol for vehicle, some fuels for rocket and aeroplanes, electricity for playing the instruments and some machines. A good source of energy would be, how to identify good source of energy? First of all, which would do a large amount of work per unit volume. It is said that we are using less amount of energy and produce large amount of work. Second, be easily available. We are using anytime and available is anytime. Third one, be easy to store and transfer. Energy is most important for technological instrument, so it will be easily stored and transferred. Fourth one is be economical, means it is eco-friendly. The source of energy, while we are used, it not produce pollutant gases and some pollutant materials, so it will be economical. Now, next topic is sources of energy. First one is fossil fuel. Fossil fuel, we have discussed in a previous lecture what is the meaning of fossil fuel. It is also obtained from the dead vegetations and it makes after for the millions of years. So fossil fuel, in ancient time, wood was the most common source of heat energy. The energy of flowing water and wind was also used for limited quantity. In ancient time, technology is not developed. Therefore, our elders is think about the how to get energy. They use the flowing of water. They are also use the power of wind, and this potential energy is converted into electrical energy. But nowadays, technology is always developed. So it is important to improve our technologies with the basis of electrical energy. The exploration of coal as a source of energy made the industrial revolution possible. It is said that coal, it is important for industrial purpose because coal is also known as a coal soap. Coal, it is produce large amount of energy while it's burning. But these fuels were formed over millions of years ago and there are only limited reservoirs. It is non-renewable sources of energy, so we need to conserve them. It said that these types of energy means fossil fuel. It is obtained in limited quantity. Why? Because it is an inexhaustible source of energy. It is non-renewable. So we need to conserve them. And it is made after the millions of years of ago. So we need to consume them. Burning fossil fuel has many disadvantages. First one is air pollution. While fossil fuel is burned, it produces air pollution. Why? Because while it's burned, it produces some exhaustible or some dangerous gases like CO2 and other like dangerous gases. Burning of coal and petroleum means air pollution is produced during the coal and petroleum is burning. Second one is it produces oxide of carbon, nitrogen and sulfur. It is acidic oxide and it is responsible for acid rain. While fossil fuel is burned, it produces oxides of carbon, means carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide. They are mixed in air and then produce H2SO4, means acid, and it is responsible for acid rain. So fossil fuel is important, but it has many disadvantages. Now we are discussing briefly what is the meaning of energy. You will also know that we are taking food and we are broken down food into smaller particles and then organic material converted into simple material. This type of energy we are stored in a glycogen in our body, and this energy is also used for the various work. For example, physical work means running, eating, dancing, jumping. That types of work we are also help with the body energy. And what is meaning of chemical energy? You may also know that electricity like NaCl salt energy, cell, you are also known that the cell. What is the cell? In cell in which present a chemical energy. After energy conservation law, also statement writing here, total energy of the universe is constant, means energy cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed. It is only transferred one form to another form. For example, you will see the dams that flowing of water is directly passed to the turbine, and this potential energy directly converted into electrical energy. Second one is wind farm. We are also used a power for the conversion of electricity. What is the meaning of conservation? Conservation means we are also necessary to store these types of energy because it is needed for daily life. And various types of chemical energy like diesel, petrol, it is used for the various vehicles, scooters, bikes and cars. Then kerosene we are also used as a fuel for cooking. Electricity for various instruments and muscular energy for cycle, means muscular power. We are taking food and this energy is stored in our body, and this energy we are used for the various working like cycling, jumping and etc. So how to good source of energy would be taken and what is the benefit? First one is the purpose of large amount of work. Second one is easily available. It is obtained from the anytime in any places. It is also easily available. And easy to store and transport, because it is important for that it is non-exhaustible, so that it can be very important to store and transport. Be economical means less pollutant. This type of energy means fossil fuel like petrol, diesel. It is also produce a large amount of dangerous gases, so it can be dangerous for us. So sources of energy, it can be economically friendly. Sources of energy, first one is fossil fuel. Fossil fuel, we have also discussed about in the previous lecture what is the meaning of fossil fuel. First of all, fossil fuel means fossil fuel, it is making after from the millions years of ago, because it is a long term of process. You will see the natural disaster. For example, dams is broken, tsunami is coming. That time many creatures and many living organisms are drowned in it, and their body is contaminated by some bacteria, and their contaminated body is converted into fossil fuel. So we are also known as fossil fuel as a dead vegetation. Fossil fuel is major source of energy. In ancient time, we are used wood for the heat energy, but nowadays we have discovered some technological instrument. For the instrument, we are improving some fossil fuels and their energy. The exploration of coal means coal tar. It is most major sources of energy for the various industries and factories. But these fossil fuels are, it has a many disadvantage. Which kind of disadvantage? First one is air pollution. While fossil fuel is burned, it produces mainly dangerous gases and it dangerous for environment. Second one is, it is burning. While it's burned, it produces some oxides of carbon, nitrogen and sulfur. Carbon means carbon dioxide, CO2. Nitrogen means nitrogen oxide, NO2. And SO2 means sulfur dioxide. So these types of carbon, nitrogen and sulfur oxide, it produce very dangerous gases. It is produce acidic gases like H2SO4, sulfuric acid, and this sulfuric acid H2SO4 is responsible for the acid rain.